everyone, welcome to Interview Pro. In the last video, we have seen how to pass data from parent component to child component. In this video, let's talk about communication from child component to the parent component. So we have videos component. Inside videos component, we have a child component called video, where we passed videos from each of the playlists based on the selection in the drop down, right? So now what I want to do is, if I click on a particular video, let's say in Angular playlist, I want to display which video I am currently watching in the parent component. So I can watch any video. It can be a video from Angular playlist, React playlist, Python, or any other playlist. So the video that I'm currently watching is independent of the playlist. So the displaying what video I am looking at currently in the child component is not appropriate. So I need to display that information in the videos component because the current video is independent of the playlist. So in this video, let's see how we can send the selected video information from video component to the videos component. This is where we learn about the decorator called output. I'll be using the same example that we were using from the last few videos. I have removed the carousel so that we can see the actual data here. In the app component, I have commented the carousel component here. And let's go to videos component here. And what I want to do is in the video HTML, we are looping through the items from the playlist that is passed from videos component here, the playlists, and displaying the title. So now I want to add a click event to this div so that when I click on this create new project, I see watching let's say create new project, something like that above this drop down. So in order to do that, I need a click event here. Let me add the click event. The method that I want to trigger when I click on this div is on select video, and I'll pass this item. This item has the current video information. So I'll pass this item. Now let's define this on select video in the video component. This will receive information about the video, so I'll name it as video. Now what are we supposed to do in this on select video? When I click on this, on select video event will be triggered, and this has to send data to the parent component, which is videos, where we have this drop down and the video component. This can be achieved using output decorator. So import output decorator from Angular core, and similar to input decorator, the syntax for output decorator is also same. Let's give a name to this event on click, and this is going to be an event emitter. This is also available in Angular core. So on click is going to be an event emitter so that we can emit this video information to the parent component, which is videos component. So let's use this on click event. So this dot on click, there is a method called emit which will send the required information to the parent component. So what is the information that I want to send? It's the video. Now I have created output decorator. I have added a click event to the videos component. This click event is binded to on select video method, which receives the current item, which is nothing but the video that we clicked on. So this information has to be sent to the parent. To do that, we'll emit this on click event. Now we have to make use of this on click event in the parent component. So we have to bind that. We have two inputs here, playlist and label. We used attribute binding in the videos component because they are inputs. So inputs will be passed as attributes. When it comes to events, which is nothing but output, it should be bound using open and closed parenthesis. Here I'll pass on click, and now this on click will emit the information, but there should be a receiver also, right, which receives this video information. To receive that, we'll define a method in the parent component and bind that parent component's method reference to this on click event. So let's define a method here. I'll say get selected video, which would receive the information of video. Let's bind this get selected method to this on click event. So get selected, and what is the data that this is going to receive? It is the information that is emitted by this event, and that can be received using $event. We have already learned this when we talked about events in our previous videos. So if you haven't watched that, please go back and watch the video on events. Now this $event is nothing but the information about the video that is sent using or emitted using on click. Now once we receive this video information, let's try to console log first to see if we are receiving it correctly or not. Let's go back to the UI, go to inspect, console. So I'll click on this create new project. Now I see the video information, ID and the title. If I click on adding bootstrap, this is the ID for this item, which is 4, and the title is adding bootstrap. Now we want this title to be displayed here. So let's define a div in the parent component. I want to display this above the drop down. So I'll define a div here, and let's say span. So here we need a property that would display the selected video. In this method, we'll bind this video to some property. I have already created a property called selected video, which is of type any, because we haven't defined any model for this playlist objects. So currently it is any, and initially this would be null. When we receive data from click event of the child component, let's bind that information to this property. So this dot selected video equals video, and in the UI we want to display the title, and we want this only if there is a video that we are currently watching. If there is no selected video, I don't want to display this section. So selected video, only if it is present, then I want to see the title. Selected video dot title. Let me add some text here. Let's say watching selected video, and I have created a class called video hyphen selected. I have given a gray background and some padding. So I'll give that class here. Let's save and go back. Now I haven't clicked on any video yet. That's why we are not seeing the watching text here. If I click on understanding project structure, I see the text watching understanding project structure here. Let me put this as gray. Okay, I have updated the color here. Now if I click on this, we see watching, understanding project structure. If I change it, adding bootstrap, watching, adding bootstrap. Let's do that for React also. We haven't added any click event here, so let's do that for React as well. This is the child component for React. So let me add this on click event to the videos component for React. Now if I go back, if I click on React and click on props, it says watching props. If I go to Angular and click on create new component, it says watching create new component. Similar to how we used alias for inputs, we can use the alias for output as well. For example, instead of on click, if I say click video, I have to use this name in the parent component or any component outside it, because this alias is for the outside world and this one is for the component, for the logic within this component. Let's go back. If I select React, click on create new project, I see that. If I go to Angular, click on create new component, I see that video's title. So this is how you can send information from child component to the parent component using output decorator. I hope the concept is clear. If you like the content, please like, share and subscribe to Interview Pro. Thank you.